Greetings, friends, and welcome to The Bright Side, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. I am your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado. I use nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and sometimes deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your health and vitality and well-being and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to The Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body, you are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health challenge. That is why we are here. Every day on The Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 3 decades plus of practicing pharmacy, I have seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes, hypertension, obesity, skin diseases like psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, acne, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds, recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle, but what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure, because the human biological system is a healing and regenerating system. It's designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis, and while that may seem like a miracle to some folks, this renewing system is really nothing more than just the way the body works. And welcome to The Bright Side, friends. I am Pharmacist Ben. We've got lines open, 844-236-6010, and we want to hear from you on The Bright Side. If you have questions about the longevity products, business, health challenges you or a loved one may be dealing with, or if you just want to contribute to the conversation, we love hearing from you. 844-236-6010 is our number. If you want to purchase longevity products, go to brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com, or you can call 866-735-2470, 866-735-2470. If you're an entrepreneur, or you're entrepreneurially minded, or you like the health business, or you want to be in the health business, longevity business opportunities abound for you. You can make some money, make a little money, make a lot of money, and help change the world at the same time. And I'm not exaggerating when I talk about changing the world at the most fundamental place there is, which is the level of good health. If you're interested in starting a longevity business, call 866-735-2470. Tell them you want to join the Brightside Ben team, or go to brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com, and click on the Join the Team link and start yourself a longevity business for a one-time $30 fee. You can be in business for yourself. If you want to purchase our skin health products, truthtreatments.com. Truthtreatments.com is the website. We've got Valentine's Day specials as well as new products, and all our Truth Treatments are preservative-free, no fillers, no waxes, no emulsifiers, no silicone, no water, no vegetable oil either, just 100% active and functional ingredients. If you're frustrated with the way your skin's looking, if you're frustrated with your skincare, if skincare is a struggle for you, probably you're not focusing on the health of the tissue. That's what we've been talking about here on this program for the last probably 4 or 5 weeks, is the idea that the beauty of the skin, the appearance of the skin, the look of the skin is dependent on the health of the skin. And this is why I created my True Skin Health products, so that you could address the health of the tissue topically. This is what's missing. The way I look at it, this is what's missing in the skincare business. We don't look at the skin as an organ, even though we always call it an organ. We don't look at it as an issue. We don't look at skin issues as issues of health. We look at them as issues of beauty. I'm a healthcare professional, not a beauty professional. And when I formulated my True Skin Health products, I formulated them like a healthcare professional, not like a beauty professional. That's why you only use 1 or 2 drops of our True Skin Health products. That's why when you use your True Skin Health products, your True Treatments, you're dosing your skin, not applying product to your skin. Using skincare products can be an opportunity to deliver vitamins. It can be an opportunity to change the health of the tissue, and that's what good skin health, that's what good skincare should be about. TruthTreatments.com. TruthTreatments.com. We've got Kaz Ingram coming up at the bottom of the hour. We're going to talk about the coronavirus and what his new book called The Infection Connection. He's got a lot of good chapters here. He's got a really interesting chapter on autoimmunity in his book, The Infection Connection. We're going to talk to Kaz Ingram at the bottom of the hour, and we'll take your phone calls in our next segment at 866-735-2470. If we have calls, 866-735-2470. So, The skincare business is a $100 billion business, and yet most people are just not happy with the state of their skin or their skin products, and that's because we don't address the skin like an organ. All disease is cell disease, and when we think about diseases, we don't really think of dry skin, but strictly speaking, dry skin is a type of disease. It's a skin that's out of ease. Literally, dis-ease means out of ease. Dry skin is skin that's out of ease. Hyperpigmented skin, dark spots on your skin, is skin that's out of ease. Is the result of skin that's out of ease. Psoriasis, eczema, acne. All our skin care issues are really healthcare issues, are really the manifestations of skin that is diseased. That's certainly not like heart disease or liver disease. It's not going to kill you, but it's still the end result of skin that's out of ease, skin that's diseased. And all disease is cell disease. So if you're going to fix your psoriasis, if you're going to fix your wrinkles, if you're going to thicken your skin, if you're going to improve your eczema or your skin barrier or your moisturization, you got to address the cell. This is true about all of health. This is the missing link in health. We don't address the cell. The nature of the sick cell is not addressed. The nature of the sick cell as the root of the sick body is not addressed. In addition to the relationship between our thoughts and our beliefs and our perceptions and the health of the cell. Cells become sick because of toxicity. Cells become sick because of lack of nutrition. Cells become sick from lack of oxygen from a physical perspective. But our thoughts can make our cells sick too, and our beliefs and our perceptions via the mind-body connection that we have been talking about, based in the automatic nervous system. The autonomic nervous system controls inflammation, controls the immune system. And if you want one commonality between all health challenges, inside and out, including dry skin, including eczema, including psoriasis, including cancer, including autoimmunity, including everything we suffer from, it's the word inflammation. Yes, dry skin is the end result of inflammation. Say that again, that's so important. Dry skin, which doesn't seem like a health challenge, doesn't seem like a health condition. Dry skin is the end result of inflammation, but not the kind of inflammation that we all think about, present company excluded, because I've been talking about this for years on this program. Microinflammation. When we hear inflammation, it doesn't compute. When we hear the nature of disease as the end result of inflammation, when I say that dry skin is the end result of inflammation, when we say all disease has an inflammatory component, it doesn't compute, because when we think of inflammation, we think of a black eye, or we think of a swollen ankle, or we think of a broken bone. And yes, that is inflammation, but that's macro-inflammation. That's big inflammation. That same inflammatory process that results in redness and swelling and pain and loss of function and heat. Those are the cardinal signs of inflammation. Dolor, rubor, color, tumor. Dolor means pain, rubor means redness, color means heat, and tumor means swelling and loss of function. All of those same kinds of aspects, all of those same features of macroinflammation occur at the microscopic level. This is a wall we have to cross over. We have to understand that microinflammation is the exact same process as macroinflammation, but you can't see it. It's invisible inflammation. So when I say that there's an inflammatory component to eczema and to psoriasis and to acne and to dry skin, we've got to understand that I'm talking about microinflammation. Nonetheless, the inflammatory process is the same. It's the end result of an attack. Inflammation is a protective response. Inflammation is a protective response to an attack. That attack can come in from the bloodstream through foods, or it can come in through injection, through the bloodstream through injections, but it can also come in through instability due to lack of oxygen or a lack of nutrition. Between toxicity and a lack of oxygen and a lack of nutrition, you have the root causes of microinflammation. What does that tell you? That tells you it's very simple to address health challenges, whether they're inside or out. If they have a microinflammatory component, you just got to correct the nutritional imbalance or deficiency. You've got to make sure there's oxygen present. And you got to make sure that you're eliminating toxicity. And it's as simple as that. And that includes dry skin and wrinkles and aging skin and all the things that we think of as beauty issues. We don't think of as health issues. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. 844-236-6010 is our number. You're listening to The Bright Side. We'll come back with your phone calls right after this. Brightside Pharmacist Ben here. 844-236-6010 is our number. 844-236-6010. If you have questions about the longevity products, longevity business, health challenges you or a loved one may be dealing with, we are here for you. And we've got lines open. We've got Kaz Ingram coming up at the bottom of the hour. Get your phone calls in this segment. Kaz is going to be talking to us about the coronavirus in his book, The Infection Connection. Kaz has always got some cool stuff to say. He's regular on the Bright Side and a really good guy in addition to being a really good healthcare professional. All right. 844-236-6010. We're going to continue talking about specific vitamins and nutrients that you can use topically and internally to take care of skin issues, and some of them are kind of surprising. For example, did you know vitamin C is very important for helping maintain the skin barrier? Skin barrier dysfunction is associated with dryness and diseases like psoriasis and eczema and acne, and vitamin C taken orally as well as topically. We'll talk about it from a topical perspective and from an oral perspective, but vitamin C in high doses is associated with not just a strong, healthy skin barrier, but also with the production of moisture factors. The production of skin lipids, that is, skin fats, is linked to vitamin C. Having enough vitamin C in the blood, that's the way the skin is supposed to get nutriated, is through the blood. You can do a lot of things topically, though, if you have the correct product, and that's why I came up with my Truth Treatments, to give people an opportunity to dose the skin topically with vitamins. It's true, internally is going to be the way to go. Internally is the primary way we want to have nutrients delivered to the skin. We don't often think of that, how the nutrients get delivered to the skin through the blood, through what we eat, whether it's in foods or whether it's in supplements. The easy way to assess this is to use eye vitamins for your skin, using things like beta-carotene or lutein or zeaxanthin. These are carotenoids that have colors and that are associated with eye health. They also help protect your skin from sunburn. Vitamin C taken orally will protect your skin from sunburn. Vitamin E taken orally will protect your skin from sunburn. And now when I say taken orally, I mean either in supplements or in food. And the very fact that you can take these foods, eat these foods that contain these nutrients, or take these supplements and improve your skin health tells you that nutrients get delivered to the skin through the blood from the digestive system. This should come as no surprise. And alternatively, nutritional deficiencies, shortages of nutrients in the blood, will also show up on the skin. This is one of the ways that they assess the impact of certain nutrients, specifically fats and fatty vitamins, as well as fatty minerals, on the skin. They take essential fatty acids, for example, out of the diets of laboratory animals, and within a week, the laboratory animal is having issues with dry skin and scaliness and rashiness and sensitivities. Likewise with the B vitamins. Take the B vitamins out of the diet, and it's not very long before you end up with rashes and redness and irritation and so-called sensitive skin. Nobody should have sensitive skin. I can't tell you how many people I talk to tell me, oh, I have sensitive skin. Everything makes my skin break out. Everything gives me a rash. Everything causes a problem. Well, yeah, if you have a nutritional deficiency, everything's going to make your skin respond sensitively. This is understanding of nutrition and diet, nutritional strategies and dietary strategies for skin health is the missing link when it comes to taking care of our skin, not just for frank, full-blown skin diseases, but also for things like skin aging and skin dryness, which, in a way, can be considered as skin that is out of ease or skin that is in dis-ease. All right, 844-236-6010 is our number. And by the way, you're going to start to see more vegetables and fruits in your skincare products. This is the latest, I don't want to say fad because it's probably more important than a fad, but pretty soon you're going to start to see broccoli eye creams. And pretty soon you're going to start to see apple and orange skin creams. You're going to start to see produce in your skincare products because produce, or fruits and vegetables, contain wonderful, wonderful skin-friendly nutrients. Whether or not you're going to change the quality of your skin with a fruit or a vegetable, well, that remains to be seen. But the nutrients, the phytonutrients that are found in fruits and vegetables can certainly have an impact on your skin from the inside out. Whether you can do it from the outside in or not remains to be seen, but they most certainly have an impact on healthy, beautiful skin, on maintaining healthy, beautiful skin from the inside out. All right, 844-236-6010 is our number. Let's hit the phones and go to California and say good morning to Ren. Good morning, Ren. What's going on?
Hi, Ben. How are you?
I am doing well. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, good. I enjoy your articles. Anyway, my husband has a cancer tumor at the back of
sorry.
at the back of his tongue, and we are taking longevity products, but also somebody told him that frankincense essential oil is good for cancer.
What does that mean, good? I know what you're saying because I hear it all the time, too. What does that mean, good for cancer? Does it mean it's going to cure cancer? Does it mean it's going to shrink the tumor? Does it mean it's going to prevent cancer? What does that exactly mean when we say good for cancer? Yeah, if you take the essential oil frankincense and put it on a tumor, I suppose or on a cancer cell, we'll say, I suppose it's possible that it will kill the cancer cell. But cancer exists in a toxic environment. You can't put frankincense on a tumor in the back of your tongue and change the environment of the cell or the tumor. It exists in an environment. Does that make sense? You follow me? You can't change the environment that the cell or the cancer cell is existing in with frankincense. And I hope nobody's telling you that. I mean, that's not fair if anybody's telling you that. The way you deal with cancer is you deal with the environment that the cancer cell is living in. Remember, the cancer cell is your cell. So if it's a tongue cell, I think you said cancer of the tongue, I'm assuming that's what it is, then it's a tongue cell that is growing and dividing like crazy. Is it tongue cancer?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. So the tongue is made up of cells. Let's work with this, logically. Go backtrack. The tongue is made of cells. When the environment that the cell is sitting in is toxic, from food usually, or nutritionally deficient, or there's a lack of oxygen, probably following some kind of inflammation, the cell doesn't know what else to do. So as a last resort, it has to survive. As a last resort, it starts to grow in a form. It starts to exist in a form that it can exist in without nutrients, or with less nutrients, with less oxygen, and in a toxic environment. And that's what a cancer cell is. Cancer cell is a cell, whether it's on your tongue or your bone or your liver or anywhere else, or your skin. It's a cell that has learned how to exist with less nutrition, less oxygen, and in a toxic environment. And as long as there's a lack of nutrients, and as long as there's a lack of oxygen, and as long as there's toxicity, you can put all the frankincense you want there, you're going to have a problem. So here's what you got to do. You got to change the way he eats. I would go calorie restriction. I would go ketogenic, use zero processed foods, keep him low sugar as best as possible. That's really hard to do, but as best as possible, low sugar, and start pounding the mighty 90 essential nutrients. It's great you're on the longevity nutrients, but I would be doing IV. Anybody with cancer needs to consider intravenous nutrition. Intravenous vitamin C in high doses. I don't care if doctors don't believe in it. The evidence is overwhelming about intravenous vitamin C and cancer, as well as intravenous glutathione. Throw in intravenous selenium in there as well. Selenium's got wonderful anti-cancer properties. And then, of course, making sure that he's oxygenated correctly. Not just deep breathing, although that's important, but I would be doing hyperbaric oxygen, where you go into a chamber and you drive oxygen into the body in high pressure. All right, got to go, Ren. Call back tomorrow if you like, and we'll continue if you want to discuss this. Kaz Ingram's coming up at the bottom. Back on the bright side, I am Pharmacist Ben, and we're on the air Monday through Friday, 8 to 9 Pacific and 10 to 11 Central Time, 24/7 on the archive page at brightsideben.com. You can purchase longevity products at brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, and criticalhealthnews.com. We've got blogs, blog posts, news stories, videos, lots of really cool health information, lots of unique health information, because it's all coming out of my head mostly, at pharmacistben.com, brightsideben.com, and criticalhealthnews.com. Also check out our skin health products at truthtreatments.com. Never any preservatives, fragrances, fillers, waxes, oil, silicone, water, nothing your skin doesn't need or doesn't want in any of our Truth Skin Health products. You dose yourself with Truth Treatments. You don't apply them. You dose yourself because they're like medicine for your skin. Nutritional medicine for your skin. Truthtreatments.com. Truthtreatments.com. I am so excited to have our next guest on. Kaz Ingram is a regular on the bright side. He's been on multiple times. He always has cool stuff to say. Haven't seen Kaz for a while. Used to see Kaz a couple times a year at the Canadian shows. Haven't seen him for a while, but please welcome to the bright side, my friend, and the very wise and intelligent Kaz Ingram. Dr. Kaz, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, great to be here. How you been getting along? I guess there's a lot of stuff in the news. You want to kind of go over that.
You are the man to talk to. Coronavirus. We've been talking a little bit about it. What do you know about the coronavirus?
Well, I had to treat a case or two back in 2010 or so, or right around the time of the SARS epidemic, and this one person got it on the airplane, and she had a little bit of a low immune system, so I stayed in her hotel with her, slept on the couch, and helped her out. I thought she was going to check out, so I actually treated it, got her through it, got her back on her feet without hospitalization. Now, she could have got hospitalization. It was up to her, but she didn't want to go. I had already done the study anyway. I did the study on the destruction of the coronavirus. I just sent you a bit of the abstract. And I'm not trying to make any claims, but this information got out to the Chinese and others. It would be invaluable. With Dr. Ijaz, destroyed the virus.
Now, how did you do that?
Well, we infected chicken embryonic cells in an in vitro study, and more. I'm trying to do a little bit more work. And so you had 5.5 million viruses in every centimeter of blood. You got my drift, right?
5.5 million?
Yeah, that's what it grew to. So we added in the wild oregano oil. Now, the Washington Post is making fun of our work, and several other outlets are telling people don't listen, don't think, don't use your mind. So we published this in antiviral research. We added a tiny amount, 0.01% of the wild oregano oil in a super strength form, and it destroyed almost every trace of the virus in about 20 minutes. It was a 99.9% destruction. I sent you a graphic example of the abstract. We then took something called oregano. That's just what it's called. You want me to call it something else? They don't want anybody to sell oregano, I guess, which is fine. So this was oregano, but it's not fine because people should know this and should take action if they need to. It's a combination of cumin, sage, cinnamon, and oregano. Combination. Those oils are dried to a dust. It's extremely potent. We emptied the capsules, put it in the test culture. Ijaz was the lead investigator. I was the backup investigator. And although I designed it, he put the oregano in there and destroyed all traces, complete, absolute, categorical destruction of the virus in 15 minutes, 100% death rate. The virus was no longer detectable. It's significant. Why isn't the whole world talking about our research instead of articles on the net trying to diminish what we've done and make fun and to get people not to look at our work?
What is it about?
Why isn't the whole world contacting me to do additional research? I am actually working on another study. But I don't need to do another study. I already did it.
Kaz, what is it about oregano that makes it so multifunctional and so effective at killing things?
Because the phenolic compound, carbapenem and others, they lose their hydrogen in a watery medium, so you have a raw oxygen with a double bond, and that oxygenates. It somehow breaks up the cell membrane and shatters the viral coating. In fact, the oxygen shatters everything. And we had the work done by Siddiqui in 1995 under an electron microscope where the oregano and the cinnamon were both found to shatter viruses. This has been known since 35 years ago, 25 years ago.
It's not just oregano.
Disintegrate viruses.
It's not just oregano.
Why is this being talked about?
It's not just oregano, though, correct? Or is it?
No. Actually, oregano was the king. Cinnamon was not bad. Cumin was effective. Sage, good. Those are all, by the way, in that one formula I was telling you about. Lemongrass, not bad. So garlic and onion, okay. But these hot spices that are actually in the marketplace in the Orient, where they put them in the souk and they're there for 10 years and nothing else. Or I bought an antique spice box from 1850, and it had ginger in it and cinnamon, and they were still edible.
That's interesting.
So
the medicinal compounds.
Did you know that the one factory where nobody got sick during the 1918 flu, what they were grinding? There were no sicknesses. There was no flu.
Cinnamon. Yeah, isn't that
fumigate everybody?
Cinnamon is amazing stuff. I know that. And it's like the more pungent or spicy a spice is, the stronger the taste, the more medicinal it is. Right?
Yeah, and it's a germicide. Now, oregano is the most aggressive.
That's interesting.
If I was to go into China, which I wouldn't hesitate, if the Chinese government said, look, you've done the research, we've got a problem, we need some help, and I would get on a plane. I mean, we got to make sure it's legitimate and it wasn't some set up by some stupid idiot. Legitimate. Get on a plane. I would take the Regaresp with me, RESP. I would. Look, I'm not trying to make a claim for a company. I'm just telling you. I would take. And the WHO should know this. Protect their people. I would take 3 on the hour on my way there. Or every 2 hours, whatever my stomach would, with some tomato juice. I would saturate myself with that and the oil of oregano, and I would use the spray. Spray myself and spray the light bulbs and spray the hotel and spray everybody.
2 quick questions, Kaz. 2 quick questions for you, Kaz. First of all, can you do it preventatively? Can you prevent?
That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do less. Let's say right now you're in America. So you take a couple capsules of this Resp twice a day, 5 or 10 drops of the oil twice a day. You can go to the Power Hour. They sell it, different places. Oil of oregano, 5 or 10 drops twice a day, and or gel caps. And then you would use the spray. I got some grapefruit juice down my throat the other day. You take the spray. And you spray yourself, and you spray the light bulbs, and you spray the hotel, and you spray your chest, and you spray the airplane.
Now, Kaz, there's different kinds of oregano. You talk about wild oregano. What's the difference between this wild oregano that you're talking about and just regular oregano?
I started the whole industry with wild oregano. I had no idea they were gonna create all this farm-raised oregano. There's a difference. Wild oregano up to 12,000 feet above sea level, 100% wild, picked by the villagers, sustainable, helps the village community. Farm-raised oregano, most of it coming out of Greece, some in California, and some in Canada. Farm-raised oregano, farmed on dirt, sometimes with pesticides and herbicides, dirt versus rocks.
Hang on, Kaz. We got to take a break. Hang on. Don't go away. We're talking to Kaz Ingram, wild oregano, and the infection connection and the coronavirus. Okay, we are back on the bright side talking to Dr. Kaz Ingram about wild oregano and coronavirus and the infection connection. Kaz, is this a new book? The Infection Connection?
It's a brand new book. I've been working on it on and off for about 15 years. I finally got it done, prototype 1. And the basic thing is that infection is causing heart disease, cancer, diabetes, weird things like gangrene, psoriasis, eczema, lupus, scleroderma, Hashimoto's, autoimmune. You got to know the infection connection to get Crohn's disease with a fungus, irritable bowel, spastic colon, leaky gut, SIBO, of course. And I outline that, and then I start recommending the value of the wild oregano as a germicide.
Now, when you say infection, you're talking about fungal, you're talking about microbial infection.
Fungal, viral, bacterial, parasitic.
Yeah,
sure.
And you have a chapter you call the fallacy of autoimmune disease, and you kind of
that's the biggest fallacy ever.
I love that. Well, tell us about that.
If your immune system attacked you, because that's the implication, you wouldn't be able to live for 5 minutes. If it had a propensity to attack organs, it would shut the whole. It's so powerful it shut the entire body down.
What is
the histological findings? When they find white cells and inflammation inside a thyroid or inside the skin, that's because there's a germ in there or a toxin. The body's just trying to deal with it.
How about a distorted cell? How about cells that are just dysfunctional, distorted, or out of shape? Well,
out of shape, that's a whole other thing. Then we have to look at these adaptogens. And you look at some of our research on spruce and pine and the turmerones and turmeric, the cannabinoids in CBD or hemp.
Is there a relationship between oregano and CBD?
Yes, there is. That's why you see the product hempenol. Hempenol is the original oregano CBD complex. They have this cannabinoid called BCP. It's the smell of oregano, the smell of pizza, and the smell of cannabis. BCP. That's the same exact molecule. It's now a slightly different version, maybe, but so they're synergistic. When you add the oregano to the CBD, then it's much more powerful for pain, maybe 50 times more powerful. So
you're talking about beta-carotene, I assume.
That's right, beta-carotene, and that's a neuroregenerative compound, which is pretty rare. So that they found that stem cells are induced, new stem cells, or they found that there's repair of brain neurons when you take it. Yeah.
Is BCP considered to be a cannabinoid?
It is a cannabinoid. It's found in hops, which are in the cannabis family, rosemary, sage, oregano, cinnamon, clove. Everything you love, black pepper, if you like it in small quantities, it's got to have BCP in it.
Interesting. So black pepper has pain-relieving properties.
Oh, yes, it does. And BCP, if you look at cinnamon and cloves, is an anesthetic. A lot of that is because of the BCP content, which we're the first ones in the world I'm the first one in the world to really emphasize that.
Can you get straight BCP?
No, well, they're trying to make it into a drug as a neuroregenerative, but pretty much you've got to get it inside the cannabis, the hops, the oregano, sage, rosemary, chamomile has it. So it's in sort of a rare group of plants. They're not rare, but it's not in everything. But anyway, when you have a double BCP, like you would with this hempenol, which is the very best high quality and also the most unsurpassed in terms of results type of sort of CBD, then when you have it combined with the oregano, you get a synergy of anti-pain properties. So you'll see that on the market. In fact, I was up till 1 in the morning working on a big project. So I couldn't sleep. So I took this hempenol PM, which has the hops, chamomile, and the oregano. So it's a lot of BCP. So I took 8 capsules or something, and it knocked me out. Finally, it knocked me out. I couldn't get knocked out.
That's wild.
Why do you think I wrote 30 books? I'm kind of an insomniac.
Is it better than melatonin?
There's no comparison.
Interesting.
When you take a BCP-rich complex like that, it will dump you into REM sleep without the melatonin grogginess, and you'll wake up pretty refreshed. Sometimes you'll wake up an extra hour or two earlier, depending on how deep your REM sleep is. But yeah, hempenol PM is something I always travel with. There's no way I'll go on a trip without it because I gotta have a guaranteed way to knock myself out.
How about for anxiety? How about for nervousness or anxiety or social anxiety?
Yeah, it's going to help with anxiety and nervousness if you take that during the day and to sort of relaxing the children down. But obviously, its gargantuan use is going to be in these horrible insomniacs. It's miserable. You can't sleep. And I just love it because I have a better life now, thanks to this complex. You can get hemp or you can get CBD. With CBD, by definition, is usually solvent extracted with propane or ethanol or heat. And by definition, hemp oil is usually, if it's done right, just raw CO2 extracted. But most are not. Most are ethanolic. So at least with hempenol, you get just the raw CBD, nothing else, and no chemicals and stuff.
Are you familiar? I love it. Are you familiar with something called theanine?
Yeah, I'm familiar with it, but these days I don't do much with isolates. I like the crude, unprocessed, nobody did anything to it just out of nature, the way God made it type stuff. I'm getting better results.
How about supplements? How about nutritional supplements?
I cut back on the synthetics in my recommendations. I changed my book completely, Nutrition Test for Better Health, that I wrote in 1995. I took out all of the B complex, all the multivitamins, all the high-dose pantothenic acid, high-dose vitamin C, high-dose thiamine, and stripped it out. Vitamin A palmitates, coal tar. I stripped all of that out, and I put superfoods in instead. Those pouches that you can buy,
But you don't get the same concentrations. That's not a problem?
Because, look, if you look at a bear or a moose, he's not about to calculate the RDA. By that time, the wolves would get the moose. You know, he's just going to eat and eat and eat and eat, and he's going to get a concentration of the density in the food. So the new method of thinking, and that should be the old method, is the only way you're going to reverse disease. And the science shows this. The science from the 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s was all done on foods and nutritional deficiencies, reversing those. If you take and get your vitamins, your minerals and vitamins from food, you get 50 times the results, 100 times the results than if you take the B-complex 50, the B-complex 100, the 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C. Now, there are a few supplements that are reliable, not many. Don't believe it. They're rare. But one of them is purely C, which is a whole food wild camel. You could take that and get a big benefit. You don't need much. I just take, I don't know, a couple capsules a day.
Of camu.
Yeah, I mean, that's all I need.
How much C are you getting?
You could get vitamin A, but from salmon oil.
How much C are you getting from camu, do you think?
That's the camel is coming from the Amazon.
How much vitamin C? How much vitamin C?
Oh, how much? About 200 milligrams a capsule.
And that's good enough, you think?
Oh, more than enough.
Yeah.
One capsule a day. But I like, during the immune system season, one twice a day. And guess what? Your urine doesn't turn yellow because you're keeping it all.
Let me ask you a question. We only have about a minute. I never get to ask you this when you're on. Where do you stand? What's your thoughts on non-physical, like mental and psychological strategies for good health?
Oh, you better think super positive.
Yeah.
You start thinking negative, you get into complaining. Don't you ever complain. Whatever God gave you, be happy with. Whatever life gave you, be happy with that. Don't ask for more. Don't demand more, and don't go around feeling sorry for yourself. You'll destroy your life.
We ask for a lot. We ask for a lot, don't we? Sometimes
we shouldn't ask for anything.
Yeah, no.
You wake up in the morning, you have water in the tap, food in the refrigerator.
Yeah. We got a lot
in your back pocket. That's enough.
Yeah, we're not happy with what we got.
Good things happen to you during the day. Look for good.
Kaz, you're awesome. Kaz, I love you. Dr. Ingram, thank you so much.
Hope to see you in Canada. Don't be a stranger. KazIngram.com, oreganol.com. Study. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Take care, Kaz. Love Dr. Ingram. That is an amazing man. Thanks for listening to The Bright Side, friends. Check out our websites, brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, and criticalhealthnews.com for the longevity products, and truthtreatments.com for our true skin health products. Have a wonderful, beautiful, awesome, spectacular day. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye for now.